patient. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
How's it, guys? Welcome to another episode of the F15E Strike Eagle, the final part. I've got an idea of how I'm going to build a base for it. Managed to make the part which I lost. What I did was take just a piece of the sprue, took a match and heated it up until it started bending. Then I took it and I pulled it apart. As you can see, it goes from thick to thin. This piece over here was the thickness I want, so I trimmed off a little piece, cut it off. Then I got a nice piece of thin flat plastic, cut that more or less square, glued it into place, trimmed it off the length I want, and then I just chopped it off over there and glued it onto the model. It's not perfect, but at least it looks like the part, because the part's small, so small you won't really notice that it's been done. I would have shown you how I did it on camera, but because the piece is so small, as you can see, even looking at this thing, I'm almost on top of the camera. I'm about 2 fingers away from the lens, and you can still barely see the tip of it. As you can see, that is very small compared to my finger. So yeah, I decided not to show you how I did that because it's just too small. But let's get over to the aeroplane and over to the cockpit part and the air brakes and all that, and get her done. Then the last part I'll be doing will be the actual stand where she's going to stand on. So let's go over to the workbench. Be back now. Okay guys, that piece must go into there like that, and the air brake must go on top over there. Okay, so that must go more or less like that. Okay, so that must go like that. Okay, got some quick dry cement in place. Okay guys, that's the air brake in place. That will be it for now. I just want to let that dry, then we'll get back to the front part, and my battery's about to die. So that's it for now. Be back in a second. Okay guys, while we're waiting for this part to finish drying, let's quickly unmask this part. bottom piece. Just 1 second, be back now. Okay guys, sorry about that, I'm back again. Okay, I've got all the bottom parts off. Now I've just got to peel this stuff off the top. And then we'll see if it was a success or disaster. Oops. That wasn't supposed to happen. Just have to re-glue that. There's a little piece over here just came loose. Oops. And there I go, drop it. So far it's looking pretty good. And there we go. Now when I come back a little bit later on, we'll be gluing this into this position here with all its little parts. So until then, be back now. Okay guys, next I'm going to glue the front piece of the canopy on. Over there like that. This which you see underneath is what I'm going to use for the base. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do all on it. What I'm using is what they call canopy glue, canopy adhesive. I'm going to use some of that because it dries nice and clear. You won't see the glue on the plastic. Just got to get the glue to come out, put a little bit on the edge. Okay, there you go, you can see the white glue. Now that dries nice and clear. And there we go. Step 1 is in place. Next step is to take this part of the canopy and put it into place on top here, like that. And one could do the closed carpet part like that, but to me nothing seems to line up properly. It looks like there's a little bit of a problem. Maybe this bottom piece must come off when you do it, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's our fun at the moment. When I come back, I'll be doing this part over here. I just want this front piece to dry a little bit, so if I bump it, it doesn't move. Be back now. Okay guys, now to start assembling the final parts. I think I can say this is, oops, I just realized I forgot something. Ah, damn. That is not good. Hopefully I'll be able to get it in without a problem. I can't believe I forgot this. Before I put that on, I was supposed to put that on. Crap. Okay, before I do anything else, I'm going to have to figure out how to put that in place. Be back now. Okay guys, sorry about that, but I managed to get it in. It suckled a bit there, but I eventually got it. Okay. Next step, I must just get these in position, and then I can put the canopy in place and get that all done. Sorry, I just need a little bit extra light. That little piece I've got to stick this in too small and I can't see it. Okay. I'm going to let that dry just a little bit. And then when I do the next part, hopefully it will stay in place. I won't leave it too long, so I don't want to dry it completely, but I want to dry enough so it can stand up without falling over. Be back now. Okay guys, I'm going to try to get you into a better position so you can see nicer. I've got that more or less in place. Now instead of putting the glue on there, I'm going to put the glue on the inside of this. In that position. Drop that in place there. Sorry guys, I just need to move the camera. It's just a little bit in my way. And there we go. Okay, and that's the aeroplane, to my knowledge, done. There are two small little gadgets marked 105, little round things, which I have no idea what they're supposed to be for. I'll take a look and see if I can find them, but the only things I'm still going to do is just a little bit of white on the tips of the missiles. And I forgot, yeah, on the tip of the wings there's a little spot I want to put some red. But that will be for a little bit later on, and then I will show you what I'm going to do with the base. So until then, see you now. How's it guys? Okay, as you can see I'm busy with the base for the aeroplane. What I did was I measured from the edge over here, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, all the way to the end, and then down again this way to get a square. So then I went and I chose this point here, and from that, going through each corner of the square, I drew a line like that. Skip that one, hit that one, skip that one, hit that one, and then wherever the X is, like this over here, if you can see that, wherever this, these two lines cross these two lines, I drill a hole. Wherever it doesn't intersect there, I don't drill a hole. Then it gives you a hole there, a hole there, a hole there, and then a hole here. Like that. So there you can see the diamond. Now that's how the holes are laid out on the deck of the aircraft carrier. So when a plane is standing over here, let's say this is the edge of the plane, they can use ropes that lock into these holes, and when the ship is sailing and the plane's not in use, it won't move around on the deck if the sea's all unstable. And also when there's a fire on deck, there's nozzles in here which spray water out to put out the fire. So this is how far I am with my deck for an aircraft carrier. Not any particular aircraft carrier, so as you can see, that's how I do the holes. I'm using a 4.8mm steel drill bit. Cuts into this board stuff quite easily. I just put it on where X marks the spot, or in this case where the star marks the spot. Drill in a little bit, and then it's done. Now this whole piece here will become, the whole top piece will become a dark grey like I used on the Enterprise build. Sorry about the camera going out of focus. I'm going to paint this the same colour as what I used on the Enterprise aircraft carrier build, and then these little gadgets here will all be white. So until I get to the spraying of this, be back now. Okay guys, I'm now finished drilling all the holes. This board which I'm using, just turn it over, you can see it's, don't know exactly what to call this. This particular one is 500 by 300 by 20. So it's 300 by 500 by 20 thick. So that's what I'm using for my base, for my aeroplane. That aeroplane just fits on it nicely. So let me get my airbrush and stuff set up, and then we can give it its dark coat. Be back now. Okay guys, sorry for the noise from the compressor, but I'm now going to spray the board. It's now the next color, the base color. So let's get started, and once again sorry about the noise from the compressor. Okay guys, I've just run out of paint, so I'm quickly going to refill the gun, and then I'll come back with the next stage, which is painting some details onto the flight deck. Be back now. Okay guys, I've masked off the display board, which I'm going to use to display the aircraft on. I don't know how accurate this is in width and scale to the right, you know, I don't know how to explain. I don't know if these lines are correct in width for the scale of the aeroplane, but I'm not too bothered about that. It will look realistic, so that's all I care about. Once I'm finished spraying all of this, then I've just got to do the rest of the holes that haven't been done. I've just got to go paint them white. So let's start quickly airbrushing this, and then we can get to the other parts later. Sorry again for the noise which the compressor makes, but let's start painting. Seems like I put a little bit too little paint in my airbrush. Okay guys, you get the idea. I'll be back now with the next layer, which will be yellow. Be back now. Okay guys, now for the final part. I'm going to be spraying that over there yellow. Sorry for the sounds which the compressor is about to make. And that's it guys. Base is basically almost done. Be back now. Okay guys, there's the base. I am now finished. As I showed you, I drilled the holes out. Then I painted it all the base color, painted on these lines, and then I took a toothpick, chopped off the end, dipped the blunt side where I cut off. Once I've made it a bit roundish, took that, put it in my white paint, and then just dipped it into each hole, swirled it around to get the idea that it's a cup, and gave it a clear coat. So that's this build guys. I'm all finished. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this build, and girls and ladies. It was quite a nice model to build. It came out very nice. I'm very happy with it. and because this jet can land on an aircraft carrier, I decided to make up my base to look like a deck of an aircraft carrier that the jet's busy standing on, waiting for the pilots to take off again while they arm it. I've been thinking about putting some characters on the deck, but I don't have any yet. So if I do some guys for the deck, I'll do that as a character video, well, series. But at the moment, that's how she's going to be until I decide whether I'm going to put on some figurines or not. So let me just take the fighter jet off. And that's what the base looks like. Came out pretty neat. It's not 100% perfect, but I'm happy with it. It looks like the rear end of the aircraft carrier, and at least it's a decent base, so I can glue. So I'm thinking of gluing the plane down on the deck permanently, so I can move the plane around without physically having to handle it, because there are some very finicky little parts on which I don't want to break. But there you go, guys. That is my F-15E Strike Eagle. I'll be back now, and I've got a little fascinating thing about an F-15E Strike Eagle which I saw, which my father showed me on, I believe it was Facebook. It's a documentary on, I think it was the History Channel, but I'll explain that everything now when I come back. Be back now. Well, guys, that's everything for this video. What I was talking about was on the History Channel by the looks of things. There was I think it was Israeli or something like that, I can't remember now. They were doing some war games, and the F-15 Eagle was flying like this, and another plane was flying upside down. Don't know how it happened, I'm not 100% sure. The F-15 Eagle fired a missile at it. Now, somehow this plane pulled up, or up as in down, and collided with the F-15 Eagle. The pilots couldn't see what was going on because out of the right hand wing was just tons of jet fuel, and he was in a flat spin. He put in his afterburner and he managed to regain control of the plane, and he pulled out of his dive and stopped spinning, and he managed to recover the plane somehow. Anyway, he was flying. The other plane, his wingman was supposed to check, but he didn't say what was wrong with the plane. I don't know, maybe because he could see the plane was flying, so he decided to keep quiet. And they landed the plane, and only after they landed the plane, the pilot realized, oh, I've only got one wing. The right hand wing was gone. There was no wing left on the plane at all. It took the whole wing off. And he managed to land, even though it was very, very fast, way above the speed it was supposed to land at. He managed to land this aircraft, flew it, and landed it at an Air Force base with one wing. So, what an amazing aircraft. To be able to fly it with a whole wing missing. That is absolutely amazing. If you guys can find it on YouTube or somewhere, I definitely say watch that little video clip of what happened there. It was absolutely amazing. Anyway, guys, that's it for my video for this time. I haven't decided yet on what I'm going to build next. So far I'm heading towards the Sherman, but in my next video you'll see what it will be. I've got right now, as I'm talking today, is Monday the 24th. The end of this week I leave for the Kruger National Park, so this will be my last couple of days at home. On Saturday evening, technically Sunday morning, we leave for the Kruger Park. So if I don't do any videos within this week, then I'll only be starting to put up videos again after we get back from the Kruger Park, which will be, let's see, we come back on August the 20th, yeah, August the 20th we come back. So I'll only start doing models and stuff again then from the 21st basically. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the build of this aircraft. To all you guys that aren't very good model builders like me, I won't say I'm a very good model builder, there are much better people than me. Buy a small little cheapy model, play around with it, get the hang of it, and then you can work your way up to bigger models. I mean, I've got 1 to 350 scale Enterprises, which I still got to build. A 1 to 350 scale Clanon Bird of Prey. I've got it's a smaller Romulan Warbird. But practice makes perfect. Even though I'm not that good at model building, as you can see, if you put a little bit of hard work in it, you can come out looking pretty decent. So, happy modeling guys, live long and prosperous, and cheers. Enjoy.